Man, your show's gonna be awesome, bro. Show's gonna be awesome.
Oh, okay, everyone. How's it going? Thank you for joining me back again. That last round was practice, so we're having a little technical difficulties today. It's not something that's always going to go on, but something that does happen. And, what we do is we just kind of roll with the punches. And so we're about 16 minutes late. We're going to have SouthBound Twin on with us today. And it's going to be a great show. That's how we know. Facing a lot of opposition. So as we work on getting the other camera going, thank you guys for joining us again. Y'all, it is going to be a great show, and I really appreciate all of y'all sticking with me. So to kind of go back over everything again, because I'm not sure exactly what actually made it into that first part, but the Ethnic Studies Network of Texas signed a petition right here. I'm working with them on making a documentary about their journey. It's not finally voted on yet, and so be looking out for some shorts that'll be coming out on my channel that is bringing awareness to it, so that way we can bring it to everybody else, so that way all the schools and the school board of education can go ahead and approve the innovative course that they're trying to share. And so Dallas Film Hub, thanks to Dallas Film Hub, Film Hub Fridays, that's going to be this Friday. There's going to be a lot of interviews going on. I'm not entirely sure I'll be there, because that's going to actually tie into the Blackfoot word of the day, which is Okanapsi. Okanapsi, celebrate. There's reason to celebrate, as today is happy anniversary to Amy and myself for 12 years. So Okanapsi, we're celebrating. All right, we're going to celebrate later on. Now, however, this Saturday, I will be in San Antonio. Now, I know that you guys have seen the little short that's come out. Here's my badge right here, my media press badge. So I will actually be doing some on-the-spot interviews. We have people from different parts of the state coming in for this. There's going to be a car show, live performance competition. Go to Callie Faye's page, and you can get it from her page, your tickets. So it's Callie Faye's birthday bash, and it's going to be at Club 210 in San Antonio, Texas, this Saturday, starting at 5 p.m. So make sure and check that out and be ready to party and, tell the birthday girl happy birthday and congrats on your masters, by the way. So we are presented by TEWLD Productions as well as Emmett Dale Kwan Productions. And so I appreciate every one of you guys. Now, this one is going to be the one that does go on YouTube, the YouTube podcast part. The other part will not. But one of the ways that you guys can support the show is, oh, wow, it disappeared. Oh, here it is. My bad. So I'm a contractor. I do a lot of roofing. I do renovations. I do water testing. Thanks to Water Pure for sponsoring the show for a year, as well as being able to make sure that we stay on the air. So I do all sorts of water testing. I can test well water, city water. We can actually test the actual levels in it. And so I have the machine with me, but I'm not going to show it right now because of the lack of time. So again, thanks to Water Pure Texas. Thanks to Enchiladas Olay for also always supporting and being there for yours truly. So we thank you and appreciate every one of you guys who help out with all this. So now we have actually, I could show a little bit whenever we start resetting the camera. I can actually have something already uploaded up in here. So now remember, some of the things that I do help out with other actors and doing some reading, self-tapes, helping out with, filming for doing your reels. And that is actually done through this right here. All right. So now we are about to get started, and I'm actually super excited to have these guys on. But before we do, I'm going to play a little bit of a interview that we did, and we are going to reset at the moment. And I'm going to try to see if I can get this phone to work. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can get this going. And would you mind keeping an eye on it whenever it's up? Cool. Okay. No, I mean whoa. StreamYard logged me out completely. Okay. Well, I'm on my computer, and so that's where it's going to show me live from. However, I'm trying to use my phone as the camera, so that way, whenever we're recording, I can set the mic back over that way. We can keep it over here, and I can keep an eye on the comments as well. So let's try this real quick. I'm going to mute myself, allow. And if at any moment it kicks out, kind of give me a heads up. I'm going to remove myself from this camera as I'm going to be joining me here. Audio was also removed. Black yourself layout. Okay, cool. Hello. Another angle. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this part right here, which is kind of a short interview, but we'll get this going, all right?
I'm Show Lewis, Michael Joe, and we're SouthBound Twin. SouthBound Twins, nice, man. Now, how long have you guys been doing music? Man, we've been doing music, man, since we were kids. But country music, we started in 2024, man. We put out a single in the middle of nowhere. Y'all check it out on all platforms. Check out the music video on YouTube. But we put out the single middle of nowhere, man, and it just blew up. And, man, it kind of just thrust us all the way into country music, man. That is awesome. Now, are y'all brothers or? We're twins. We're actual twins, fraternal twins. Twin brothers. Man, that is awesome. I thought I seen double for a second there. No. I ain't even started yet. No. I'm Show Lewis, Michael Joe, and we're SouthBound Twin. SouthBound Twins. Nice, man. Now, how long have you guys been doing music? Man, we've been doing music, man, since we were kids. But country music, we started in 2024, man. We put out a single in the middle of nowhere. Y'all check it out on all platforms. Check out the music video on YouTube. But we put out the single middle of nowhere, man, and it just blew up. And, man, it kind of just thrust us all the way into country music, man. That is awesome. Now, are y'all brothers or? We're twins. We're actual twins, fraternal twins. Twin brothers. Man, that is awesome. I thought I seen double for a second there. No. I ain't even started yet. No. I'm Show Lewis, Michael Joe, and we're SouthBound Twin. SouthBound Twins. Nice, man. Now, how long have you guys been doing music? Man, we've been doing music, man, since we were kids. But country music, we started in 2024, man. We put out a single in the middle of nowhere. Y'all check it out on all platforms. Check out the music video on YouTube. But we put out the single middle of nowhere, man, and it just blew up. And, man, it kind of just thrust us all the way into country music, man. That is awesome. Now, are y'all brothers or? We're twins. We're actual twins, fraternal twins. Twin brothers. Man, that is awesome. I thought I seen double for a second there. No. I ain't even started yet. No. I'm Show Lewis, Michael Joe, and we're SouthBound Twin. SouthBound Twins. Nice, man. Now, how long have you guys been doing music? Man, we've been doing music, man, since we were kids. But country music, we started in 2024, man. We put out a single in the middle of nowhere. Y'all check it out on all platforms. Check out the music video on YouTube. But we put out the single middle of nowhere, man, and it just blew up. And,
All right,
man,
now
it
let me
kind of
know
just
if
thrust us all the way
guys
into
off, okay?
country music, man.
If so, then we're gonna.
Now, are y'all brothers or? We're twins. We're actual twins, fraternal twins. Twin brothers. Man, that is awesome. I thought I seen double for a second there. No. I ain't even started.
All right, and we are back. Thank you guys for joining us. I know that we're having a little technical difficulties today, so
You good, man. You good music. We're rocking it, man. Yeah.
and sometimes that phone's been doing that. It does it every once in a while, and I don't. That's why I'm upgrading and appreciating my parents for helping me upgrade. You know, that camera, this sound card's coming up next. That camera is good. I mean, that mic sound card, and then I have another camera that I'll be using in the future. and then I'll be able to plug it directly into the laptop. The laptop seems to have a little better stable signal. So, if you guys wouldn't mind, introduce yourself to people watching today.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Show Lewis, Michael Joe. We're SouthBound Twin.
Oh, bro, that is awesome. Now, we actually just recently met at Live Social.
Yeah.
That's cool. How did you guys end up on that tour? Y'all on the Cowboy Cumbia tour, correct?
Yeah, man. We linked up with forward zone Chris Detroit. He actually called up. He actually called up our manager, man. But I didn't before then. I never met him.
All right. You know what?
I forgot what I said now.
All right.
So that wasn't even.
All right, let me go ahead and move this, okay?
All right.
Sorry, guys, we're having technical difficulties again. It just does not want to work today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here. And I'm going to be off camera. Oh. I guess we're going to see two different angles. For as long as we can. So you said that y'all linked up with Chris Detroit?
Yeah. We linked up with him. And we met, like I said, we met him at that show in Corpus Christi. We was out there doing a show with Sean Mecca and all the boys. And then he called up our manager one day. Actually, it was on Easter Sunday. We were at the lake having fun with the family. He called up our manager saying, "Hey, I'd like to get the guys on that Cumbia, the Cowboy Cumbia tour, man." And we've been rocking ever since, man. Did our first show. That's when we met you.
Yeah, that is awesome. That was the kickoff tour. That was really cool. And it was really cool meeting you guys. I was a little out of there a little bit too. It was a different type of environment. So
Yeah, man. A lot of intoxicated people there, man.
It sure was.
Well, everybody having fun, man.
It was a really good time. Now, you guys actually put on a really good show. I have some of the footage I'm going to be putting up a little bit later on YouTube as well. And all the social medias too. But we're putting on a great show.
For sure.
Now, y'all currently live in Venus, correct?
Yeah, man. Well, we grew up in Venus, man, but we live in two different parts of the city, man. I'm out like there's like South Cedar Hill.
I'm out of Red Oak.
Oh, okay.
We're originally from Houston, Texas, man. Born, raised until about 12, 13 years old in Houston. Moved out to Venus, Texas, man. And he went back to Houston when he was about 15 and stayed in Houston up until I guess early 20s. And I stayed there and been here ever since. So about 12, 13 years old out in Venus, Texas, out in the country.
Okay, that was Cameroon.
Complete country, man. There was nothing out there, man. When we got out there, it was literally an old gravel dirt road for about a good mile and a half, windy road, and the street that we lived on was B.B. Jones, named after Victor and Victoria Jones, were the oldest couples out there. And I mean, they're past at least 2 decades before we got there. So they've been out there for years. And we moved out there. There was nothing out there. Open land. We had a trailer out there, a single wide trailer out there. On what 3.5 acres lot, but it was about thousands of acres, man. And yeah, man. So we were raised most of our lives in the country, man.
Okay. Yeah, that is awesome. So that's how y'all ended up into music, or how did y'all start the music process?
Man, we've always done music, and just since we were young, man, we were always singing. We actually got into rapping, and so we had a rap group called Shut 'Em Up Quick way back in the days. And this guy, he was with another rap group called Intro Riders, man. And then after Intro Riders got together, got the group Shut 'Em Up Quick, man. And man, we were there doing a lot of big things. And this is where I was still out in Houston. We came up here, we had a little snowball, man. And so we started getting a lot of Texas legends. They're from rappers from out of Houston. We got them on the Trade Truth. Shout out to Trade Truth from AB, Gorilla Mom back in the day. We got them on a song, man, and they started blowing it up. And so we always done music, man, but it wasn't until last year we actually put out the first single of country music, man.
Nice. That is awesome. I did see that.
Yeah, but I want to add, we've always been into country though. Our grandfathers, I mean, they could always listen to country, old school country, original country, golden country. So country music has always been in our lives and instilled into us with our grandfathers, but we were young and we were into the hip hop and what we were listening to then. But I remember far back when we were like 19 years old, writing songs, lyrics, country lyrics back in the day. And so, I mean, country music has been a part of us since we were just children. So it's not something that happened last year, but we wrote our first song last year, though.
Okay, that's awesome. I did see that on social media posts that I had put down that you had crushed me. That was one lyric, those little competitions that was going on. I heard you guys rapping on it.
Oh yeah, that was what was that guy's name?
Vocal Mob?
Yeah. Yeah, he got so much. Yeah, he got accents. One of y'all, I believe. Man, so
Texas Challenge.
yeah. The only reason why I did that is because shout out to Sean Mecca. Sean Mecca did a little version of it, and he did his version of it and posted it, man. And so I was like, well, you know, everyone's having fun with this. So since we used to be rappers, I was like, man, let me try it. And we wrote a verse to it. We out there, man. I think over 100,000 views, man, in a couple of days, man. Texas Buzz, sort of Tejano picked it up. And man, we hit 100,000 views on that song, on that verse, within a couple of days, man. So that was pretty cool. We were just having fun, man.
It seems like that's what you guys do when y'all do music. Y'all set y'all.
Man, that's it, man.
That's always, man.
That's our number one goal, man, to have fun. That's the first thing, man, and then just please the crowd, man. Give them a show. That's exactly what we do.
Yeah, if you're not having fun, man, you're not doing nothing.
Exactly.
See, I try to do karaoke, but I get too much in my head. I get up there, and I'm like, oh no.
Man, that's where it starts sometimes, man. Karaoke, like, man, that, to be honest, bro, like karaoke, man, we'll go out, me and my wife will go out karaoke, bro. And I go by myself, but no one knows me. Go try to find a place that no one knows, who I am. And yeah, we just go out there and kind of like have fun, and that's where I get kind of have fun and man, like stage performance. That's where I get built up here, like that, man, like stage performance,
And that's what I've been trying to do because one thing is that it makes you comfortable. And so my thing is that if it makes me comfortable.
Oh yeah.
We still get nervous. I still get nervous. I still get nervous every time I hit the stage. It's stage. It's natural that happens. Excitement, the butterflies, jitters, man, I'm ready to get here and put on a good show, and hopefully nothing happens. Nothing goes wrong or whatnot, but it just comes natural. We just go out there, and once we start having fun, and we feel the energy from the crowd, the vibe, and it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, but like I was saying, maybe if we don't scare you, man, it probably ain't working, man. But yeah, man, I think it's natural, bro. But yeah, the karaoke out there's we get good practice at, man.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. Because whenever I do go out there, I'll be getting a little bit better at it. But I'll stand up, they'll call my name, and I'm like, why don't I do this myself?
What's one of your favorite songs you do? What's that one song that you always do every time?
Redbone.
Oh man, there you go.
Recently, though, I've been really getting into Papa Roach's new single.
He got some new single?
Yeah, Leave the Light On.
Oh man, I ain't heard it.
And he actually does a new web version too with karaoke.
Oh man,
it's
that's crazy. He came out with a song.
It's still
that's amazing. Yeah,
he did a single not long ago with Ron Gatt.
Oh man, that's wild. Yeah, you might give us a little snippet, man. Maybe karaoke performance.
I'll try.
Before the show's over, man, we gotta get a little bit.
But
we got a battle between you and Bill, man. Yeah, karaoke battle.
Give me some more practice. But you know, that's all it was for acting for me actually too. It was I was really nervous and I didn't want to do it, and it actually took me a day to actually go through it. And so eventually I started and I got the acting bug, you know.
Man, that's crazy. Hey, so how do you do it like when they snap that like it's like showtime, man, or like it's go time? How do you turn off and on like that, man?
For me, it kind of starts before then. And so before, whenever I'm in the wardrobe, I'm kind of trying to focus and, you know, be the character as well. You know, I've done a lot of independent stuff. The independent stuff, you kind of got to be ready to go right away versus, you know, and you have less shoot time, you know. But whenever you're on like bigger productions, which I know a lot of background for them, so it's a lot easier. Just put up a fourth wall.
Yeah.
Nobody else is there.
Yeah.
This is the world you're in.
Yeah.
You get the character break down the good time, especially whenever you're US peoples. You get the breakdown of their backgrounds and stuff they've been through, you know, the situation. And so it's up to you to come up with a way that helps out with, you know, say if I was in these situations, how would it shape me and how would I portray this?
Right. Oh yeah, right on, man, right on.
And so, but I'm able to kind of get in there, get out, and I've been in sales for a long time.
So everything flows pretty good, huh?
Exactly. So
You got to put on.
so sales, for most people who don't know, sales is just straight up acting.
Oh yeah, no, sure.
And so I've been in sales for over 20 years. I've had years as an artist. I just never realized that I was overdoing it. And so, and also too, I know that it takes a lot of networking, right?
Oh man,
About
sure. Yeah.
Never a lot of connections, building connections. That's where those saying it's not what you know, it's who you know. I believe in a big part of that, and just staying connected, just building a network with hitters in your industry, and just staying. And it doesn't matter how big or how small they are, you know, as long as we stay plugged in together and grow together, and eventually, man, we'll all end up at the top, I believe, and just wherever your goal is, whatnot. But yeah, man, staying connected, that's a big deal. I think any industry.
And staying consistent, right?
Man, staying consistent is a big deal, man. But I would say that, you know, like in this business, man, you meet some people like man, you did meet, man. Because there's a good side to all this, man. And it's just in any kind of acting, music, you meet some people who are like, man, I wish I would have never met this person. You know, but it's good and bad and everything.
Sorry, we're getting feedback that there's echoing from the two cameras. So we're gonna switch to the one main camera, and it seems like it's working now. Appreciate you guys for letting us know that there is a lot of echoing, so we're gonna use that camera right over there. So it's just the reason why we had switched to that was because I had that one kept dying on us or kicking us out of the software, which it seems to be pretty steady now. Did it kick us out?
No, you're good.
Okay, thank you. And so
Is that auto tune? You know, T-Pain's going back on.
It's but we really appreciate it, you know. And so how long before y'all started to gain traction when y'all first began?
Man, pretty fast. I think it was right out the gates, man. Out the gates. As soon as man, so last year, 2024, man, we lost our sister. It was the first time. It's our first sibling. We have, you know, first sibling that passed away. There was 6 of us, and she was the oldest. She was a year older than us, man. And she, right before she passed, a few months before she passed, we had cut two singles, I think, or we cut one single, and we went over to our sister's house. We had like a little cookout, and Joe brought the song over, and we let everyone listen to it. I remember sitting there. My sister she was our biggest fan, man. She had the biggest fan ever. Biggest supporter, bro. And I remember sitting there when he played it. And he said, because he played it, and hey, y'all let us know. She had the biggest smile, man. But she said, man, bro, y'all have to do something. You have to put a song out there. Let's see what happens, man. And we didn't put anything out there until after she passed. It was right around like June or July. We put something out there, 2024, And man, when it came out, bro, it just came out the gates running, man, and we were talking about it, man. It was like that little snowball, and it started getting bigger and bigger, man. And it's still growing, bro. So, like I say, we're having fun with it now, man.
Nice. That is awesome.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The song is Middle of Nowhere. That was our first single.
Check it out.
And it's about growing up in Venus, Texas. It's all about Venus, Texas. And as soon as we released it, all our friends and family out in Venus, Texas, of course, they picked it up, started pushing it for us, and the whole city caught on. Literally, the mayor called us. It's a small city, but nonetheless, it's a city we grew up in. And the mayor called us, city officials called us. We had the police department call us. Nothing bad this time, but they want us to come out and do a big show they have coming up in July.
Or a younger man, we show up my daughter, man, my mom.
Back in the day when they called, we didn't answer. But
They
no, we answered this time, and they want us out again or whatnot. But yeah, the city picked it up and they pushed it, and that's the traction, man. That's what started snowballing, the snowball effect for us. We started doing some more tracks or whatnot, and I mean we're not anywhere where we want to be. Of course, we're still at the bottom in a sense. We're still new to this. But the thing that we're doing, the thing we're doing, man, is we're still pushing, man. We got music about to drop. We got a few tracks. We're excited to get out there. We're just trying to be strategic on how we do it, and not just send any type of music out there and just anything fast. We want to make sure that we have the sound that we want and give to the people, man. So we got some songs, some great songs about to drop, man.
Might get you on the song, man.
That sounds fun. I quite a bit better whenever it's private setting, but whenever. See, I sound great in the shower.
Everyone sounds.
That's where it starts.
Everyone sounds good in the shower, man. That's where it starts, man.
And so that's what I've been doing. And not only that, like back in the day, my mom used to have us do, because she used to have us in church a lot.
Yeah.
So I actually started off in rap too. She had us doing, covers of like rap songs, stuff like that, like, KG52.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Stuff. And then, whole little stuff.
Yeah, so
A funny thing about that, man, is that we, for a short period of time in our lives, my sister was big in the church. She was,
just gotta say,
she brought us into the church, got us saved, and that's the only reason why we're saved, through my sister who passed away last year. Our brother-in-law, he was a pastor, a youth pastor, and years ago, many blue moons ago, we got into the whole music ministry as well in the church. There's a point of time in our lives that we were deep in the church, me and my brother.
be like gospel hip hop.
Gospel hip hop, and we traveled the country with a known pastor. We got nominated for a Dove Award in Nashville, Tennessee. We're in like categories with Toby Mag, 116 Click, McCrae and Tadashi and all them. Yeah, man. So we were on that train as well, and doing that. Of course, we stepped back from that side, and not from God or whatnot. We're still
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah. Just the whole church part or whatnot, and of course it kind of dwindled down as far as the gospel, hip hop and whatnot. And then there was a long stint that we weren't doing music at all until we got till last year is when we actually started picking it back up again.
We actually have one of our viewers watching say, sorry for the loss of your sister.
I think appreciate it. Appreciate it so much.
I just wanted to make sure. I like to acknowledge some things, but I like to be interactive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
And so,
Appreciate it. That's one of the hardest things, man. That's one of the hardest things they ever had to deal with, man. But
Something we still do with it.
it's gonna be forever, man. But that's man, we're back. It's crazy because I just had this talk with another friend of mine, and when our sister passed, the song took off, and so when my sister passed, I thought I was gonna have like every day they have a hard time with it, but I was like, man, I was kind of scared I didn't know how I was going to react because I never lost a sibling, you know, something like that close. I lost grandparents that hurt just as bad. But man, if it wasn't for music, if it wasn't for the song doing what it's been doing, and us staying busy and us getting more busy with what the performances and the shows and everything that comes with this, man, I would have. I think I would have been a little bit deeper in grief than what I should have. Well, but it was the music, man, that really kind of this whole past year, man, it kept us busy and kept us focused. And I was like, man, my sister would be really, really happy. She would be ecstatic right now, man. I could see the big smile on her face, man. So music saved us this year, though.
That is awesome.
It is.
It's awesome to have something that you can put passion into, that you can put your energy into. And so I know that there's a lot of people that are out there who don't really have an outlet. You know, they have a hard time.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's good to see that. I've also met a couple of comedians as well. And one of them, I said, you know, the loss of his mother is what got him to comedy. So it's getting a contract, you know. But and he was on a mental health thing that I was on not so long back for MTV, and he had mentioned that. So it's definitely something that was a good outlet, you know, or else you just kind of fall into it, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you know, like you see these like American Idol deals, and then you can get their backstory, and everyone, you know, like a lot of them have those sad stories. So you know how music saved me, man. To be honest, and I've always been into the music, but I've always thought. I never understood that. I never, you know, I think, why does everyone come up here and they always say something sad or say, music got me through this, music got me through anxiety, got me through, man, until it really hit me. And so this happened. It's like, man, music really got us through this past year, man. And so I feel it on a close person now, you know. So
Yeah.
it's real, man. It's cool, man. Everything's good. Everything's going to be right now.
Yeah, we're glad that it motivated you guys to do such work. We would have never met.
Oh yeah, man. Sure, man.
We also got a shout out too from Julio the Julio.
Julio. Hey, y'all check out Julio. Yeah. Hey, so I met Julio. He was hosting a huge show on Cinco de Mayo in Ennis, Texas, where I provided all the gear, the staging, the light, sound, and for the city, right?
Yeah.
And he was hosting the show, and we had Grupo Presión, Signo. We had some big like Latino groups out there, and he was hosting. He got to a YouTube and a TikTok. He goes around. It's like a foodie. Yeah, he goes around different restaurants and whatnot, and he gets a big following, real big following. Shout out to Julio and
We're the band.
he wants to have us on and go out there and do some taste testing and whatnot.
Oh man, I'm all for it, man. You know,
Now he was cool. He was a cool cat. He was a real cool cat, and he allowed me to get on the mic real quick. And there was like we had 6,000 people out there. The whole city showed up. It was huge, and we had a great time. So shout out to Julio, man. He's been really holding it down and pushing our music out there.
Sorry about that. I'm still trying to adjust the lights a little bit.
No, good.
It's just that one was kind of causing a lot of interference.
Yeah, no worries.
And so,
make sure you get my dish.
Yo, what's up, Julio?
So also we appreciate you watching as well. We
Thank you.
appreciate the support. And so, but
Yeah, go check him out too.
now y'all actually have something coming up right on the 22nd.
Yeah, we
Yeah, we got a music video coming up. Music gonna shoot on June 22nd out on a pretty big ranch, not too far from here, actually. I'd say about 25, 30 minutes from here, south of here. So we're coming out. We're about to rock the song, and we really didn't want to say it too soon, but man, I guess we're gonna let everybody know.
About know right now. Man.
Yeah.
Y'all don't have to.
No. We definitely. Hey,
Yeah.
no, you'll be the first time that we're allowed to hear this or whatnot. But we have a song with Texas legend, Big Tough from DSR. His first country song that he's rapping on, and it's called Texas Thing. So it's a pretty big deal for us. We have a shoot with him on the 22nd. Hey, we still need some Can-Ams, and we need some lifted trucks, some drop trucks and whatnot for the video. So if you're down, hit us up, let us know. Well, yeah, we got a song called Texas Thing that we're going to push really hard. We're already done some footage, some content. We got other content we got with Big Tuck coming up. But it's going to be a pretty big song for us because he was someone we listened to in our rap era of listening to hip hop and whatnot, especially coming from Dallas. He had some great hits. And so having him on a song it's been exciting for us. I mean, it's something we listen to like all the time, and we still listen to. So
it's something like you checked off the bucket list.
Yeah, a little bucket.
Like we literally grew up listen to all his music, man, and DSR. But to have him on a song, the thing which was crazy, man, to have him on a country song, and when we approached him about it. I didn't know how he was gonna react to it. I didn't know if he was, but he was excited. He was like, man, we saw him at a tailgate, a Rangers, Texas Rangers tailgate party, open today, and we went out there. We got invited out there to show up, and he was there, and we got to talking about country music, and he's like, man. He said, I don't only rap because I play the guitar, I play the drums, and shout out to Big Tuck, man. He just got a doctorate degree, and so he's like Dr. Tuck now. But so we presented him a song, and I didn't know what to expect, and I didn't know how it was gonna mesh. But man, when we got the song back from him, man, it was hit, man. So we're excited for y'all to listen to hear it. This Texas Thing is coming out real soon, man. So I'll be watching out for it.
Okay, nice. We have one question. Said, what nationality are you? Are we still good on video there?
What nationality? Well,
What do they think we are?
Yeah, what do they think we are?
That's
the question. We're Mexican American. I mean, Hispanic. We're third generation Mexican American.
Basically indigenous stuff.
Indigenous. So it's not confirmed yet, but our grandmother and all that side of the family are from Mexico City, which is a big Aztec area.
Not native, but
yeah, he's not native, but the Aztec, and so our grandmother always told us that we have some Indianness and whatnot, but we have never done any type of testing to see.
I remember my uncle or aunt telling us we had like soups, the soup.
I don't know, but
I need to when you do the talk now where you're from, like
Ancestry.
he might.
I want to find out that I'm like from Germany or anything. That's what I don't want to hear.
He might have soup.
Another one from Germany, man.
Warrior, man.
I'm like the Aztec warrior that holds that woman like you see in the picture. All the time. That's something like in my head. That's like
No, that first.
No, but that's one thing I am afraid of, man. Is to do the ancestry.com deal and then like get back the results and to find out like no disrespect to like other countries, but find out like you're European or German or like I wouldn't want to shout out to them, but I wouldn't want to. I want that pure blood, man.
No, I get it. Especially on mine. I know that I'm French Canadian a little bit, and so I'm actually glad that I disconnected from the Wi-Fi because the Wi-Fi is going on the laptop, and so the phone's not on the Wi-Fi, so we're still live on the Wi-Fi. It's just if you see this kind of doing this right here, that's but now, and so
French Canadian.
yeah, I'm some French Canadian. It's from the Provost family, actually. They have a family shield. But I'm enrolled in Browning, I'm not enrolled, I'm a descendant in Browning, Montana, which I found out that the right one is I'm actually half. And then the one I'm enrolled in is in Canada. I'm enrolled up there. But we have some French Canadian from some traders. We were cool with the French people.
Hey, so let me ask you this: How how did you find out all this? Like, where'd you go to look this stuff up?
For me, it was a little bit easier because I was born on the reservation.
So you're actually born on the reservation.
Yeah, so I'm an IHS baby.
That's true. That's true.
Indian Health Services.
Okay.
What that mean?
It's so you know, whenever I go around, you know, it was kind of funny because I came down on the bus, right? And whenever I came down, there was a bunch of indigenous people coming down. They were all hopping off in Oklahoma, and they're like, "Oh, well, aren't you getting off with us?" And I was like, "No, I'm going to Texas." They're going, "Oh, you're turning Mexican." And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean?" I was like, "I'm just going to Texas." They're like, "Yeah, as soon as you cross the Red River, you turn Mexican." Everybody starts speaking Spanish.
Yeah, that's funny.
Sure enough, first thing that happened is first stop. Somebody started speaking Spanish to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo habla poquito español. And they looked at me now. And so the first phrase I actually learned in Spanish was, lo siento, yo habla poco español porque yo soy nativo indio.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And so, you know, that was the first thing I learned. And then
What do you say, Mondo?
Sorry.
I was like, sorry, I speak very little Spanish. I'm Native American.
Oh, nice.
And so after that, I stopped getting that response of, you know,
Yeah.
it's a oh, you're American. It's,
You ever get what do you call it? Like mistaken for Mexican?
actually, I did. Whenever my hair was shorter,
Yeah.
a lot of
The
people
hair you
thought
can
I was-
tell now you
yeah,
got more ethnic.
It's the hair.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Actually, what it does is like it's something that we do that connects to certain ancestors. But they also found out scientifically that you can actually pick up like different external waves. From
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think they said that the hair and and especially like when folks like that phrase of the hair standing up on my arm, you get phrase like it's really like a sensory gut telling your body like, hey man, something dangerous going on or something, something happening but I used to have long hair, bro.
Just like that.
Man, my hair was like all the way down to my waist, man.
Nice.
And I always had it braided just like that, man. And I cut it off. Man, I cut it off after I got married. My wife made me cut it off. She actually been growing back though.
You was mourning your singleness.
Yeah. I'm a single man. Praise God, man. But I'm actually man. I'm like this far from growing up, starting to grow it back out, man. I want it one more time before my hair falls out.
Well, we're lucky with Nolan, and so there's a chance that it may not fall out.
Yeah, that's good, man. I hope not. Shout out to people who ain't got no hair, man. But I want to keep on mine.
When I was in high school, I actually shaved my head at one point.
Me too.
You should do that.
Yeah. I had it shaved all the way up until, I don't know, maybe I was 27, 28.
I'm gonna shave.
I always shave my head. And I have a full set of hair, but I don't know. I just like being bald back in the day. I don't know why. After that, before I go to get a haircut, I don't know. But I was bald. I was shaving.
That's the one I never did in my life.
I got teased. I got called, the indigenous Bendiso.
Hey.
Yeah.
Indigenous Kutukite. Which I thought he had hair, so I don't know why they called me that.
Did he have hair? I think he had hair. Yeah, I think he had a little hair.
And
That's
then,
funny.
after that, because my hair used to be extremely curly.
Oh, okay.
And so, whenever, there's some photos of me, where my hair was a little woolly, I was like, it was loose. It wasn't like a tight afro, but it was a loose afro that would go like this.
Yeah.
But it was really curly.
Dude, mine, when I got out of the shower and I brushed it out, it was so it would just puff out and it came down. And anywhere I went, man, I always got mistaken for Tongan or Hawaiian. Samoan. Bro.
Hey, he always thinks he's the Mr. Maui.
I get that a lot too. Actually, whenever I get my hair out now, because that's the only time it gets super curly.
Yeah.
And so I'll have it out of the braids and get super curly. And this little kid one time I said, "Oh, look, it's Maui." I'm like, "Hey, Maui."
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but I was good, but I'm this close to growing my hair back out, man.
Yeah, man, there's gonna be an awkward phase when it gets to about right here.
That's the only part that I was discouraged about, man. 'Cause I remember Because I cut it off. I had to go to jail one time. And I had to cut it off, and I ended up cutting it off, and then I let it grow. It grew back out fast within a year, man. But now, like, I don't know. I don't like that fade when it's sitting right here. Or maybe I could do something, be like a little mullet for a little bit.
It's trendy.
Yeah.
There you go.
There are a lot of people rocking mullets right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
At least it's I've seen a reverse mullet pretty recently. Where they
Uh,
have it really long on the top, and it's shaved on the sides.
No way.
There used to be a guy that I know that we called him upside down fade because he was bald on the top, but he still kept his hair on the side. Yeah, so his nickname was Upside Down Fade, man. I was like, hey, but he was a good pool player, man. God rest his soul, he passed away, but he was cool.
We actually had Jose who wrote a book for us. He said Aztec is known for the word Aztec. Aztec is known for the word is known for this. The word Aztec originated from the Nahuatl word Azteca, which translates to the people of Aztlan.
That's fine.
Aztlan is a mythical place of the Aztec mythology, often interpreted by the ancestral homeland, which is believed to be located in the north. The Aztecs call themselves Mexico or Mexico or Tenochtitlan, but the name Aztec was later used by the Europeans to revert to the group.
Yeah.
And then he also said long beards or ancestors. Sorry, we had lost when I lose connection to the laptop, I lose connection to the comments.
No. Not that. When we were in Mexico City last year, we did a little tour around Aztec land or whatnot, and that's exactly what they were telling us. It was I forget what the guy's name was or whatnot, but yeah, that's where our family's from. So it's not confirmed, of course, that we're Aztec or what type of Indian, but I'm beyond sure that we have some type of blood in us. Indian blood.
It's not like Chicanos, especially in California. They're real big on Aslan and those gods and those Aztec gods and all that, and they're real big on it out there, and they believe that we still carry that blood with us and with that word gods, and I haven't gotten that far into it, man. But man, I don't knock it, man. It's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool to really yeah.
A little background about Jose Juan Bailey is his actually the president of his niece, Native American Entertainment Coalition.
Nice.
And so we're actually working on reviving it.
Nice.
And then we actually cover a lot of indigenous people as well too. So, but one suggestion that he made is that you guys could also submit for the Native American Music.
Oh man,
That's great. I think something like that.
who are those two twins?
Which
They're from
Funny Bone and
Little Mike and
Little Mike and Funny Bone. Hey, they got big. Hey, they're big.
We're like the Mexican version of that.
Hey, they're big. Yeah, the Mexican version of that. No, they got big. I remember them when they first started out and watching their videos, and
Those guys are cool.
and then now they're like on TV shows and
they were on Reservation Dogs recently.
yeah,
exactly.
man.
It's pretty cool,
They
man.
were on America's Got Talent. They did
Yeah,
like
Yes,
chants.
yeah, the rain man, yeah.
So sometimes when the guy gets happy, he'll do the rain dance, man. Hey, if y'all hit us up, man. Hit us up right now, and maybe we can get this guy to do the rain dance for us.
I don't believe it. Don't believe it.
They said a storm is coming.
Yeah, right.
You know what's cool though? There was a time when we were doing hip hop. We went out to Arizona, I believe it's Tucson, Arizona, and we went out to it was the Tohono O'odham tribe.
Mhm.
We went out to the reservation.
Oh yeah.
We performed on the reservation.
Yeah.
And we did one of their what do you call it? Like everybody comes together and we go, yeah, man. And so we did that deal out there. It was the coolest thing ever. Like we took the whole trip around the reservation. The town people they were real welcoming, man. It was cool. It was out there in Arizona, bro.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah. And sometimes when I actually drive out west, I stopped at a gas station. It was like there was I think the Navajos.
Oh yeah.
But they always, man, for some reason they always say, man, the Navajos are real tough, mean people, man. And they say, man, don't go here, don't go there. Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble, man.
Yeah. You know, that's actually something that's kind of common on even like my reservation.
Yeah.
It'd be a little rowdy. Especially get a little alcohol on them.
Oh, right. Oh, we don't have a good time in Mexico. We rowdy over here, man.
That's funny.
And so, but yeah, you know, a lot of times, especially the reservations, there's a mentality that's on there of defeat. You know, it's generational, it's passed down, and so it causes anger. And I've noticed that a lot of people who don't know that they're indigenous, but later on find out that they are indigenous, they start learning the history of what happened and the injustices that were done, the war crimes, and how nothing happened. And so they form this anger, you know, the anger towards, you know, the United States, anger towards other people, you know. Not on saying, but they're angry towards Caucasian people, you know. And that's the thing is that the Caucasian people today, they're not the ones that. And so it's not their fault, of course, you know, in the past, and not every one of them are related to the people that were responsible, you know. What it was the government. You know, the government saw land and stuff like that. They wanted it. They saw resources. They wanted it. So they came in, threatened, and then took it. You know. And so that mentality and that abuse has been generational, and a lot of times it's not even like it's been that long ago. For instance, like my grandmother was the last in our family to be one of the last ones in our family line to be in the boarding schools where they were abused, and so it wasn't that long ago. It spans back. It's ended just two generations.
That's not quite far.
And so for it to still be a trauma, and a lot of people, you know, I understand, hey, get over it, all this other stuff, but it happened not so long ago. You know, some people just can't get past it because they were beaten to it, so it was beaten to them. So like the nutrition labels, right? The nutrition labels that's on everything. The way they got that was by feeding indigenous children as little as possible to see how much they needed to survive. If they died, then and that's how they figured it out. Was by testing on indigenous children.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all.
And so that's where that came from. And so that's why, you know, it's hard to get over because that happened to them, you know, that happened in that generation. And some of them are still alive. Like in Dallas, there's Dora Rock. She went through the boys' school as well. And so,
man, the schools don't teach you about that kind of stuff, man. But like, you know, you have to brush up on it. You know, by yourself, and you got to brush up on it. But I've read things here, and one of the biggest things, I like to get political on there, but we don't like in my house, we don't push on today. We don't.
yeah.
We know that all that pilgrim stuff, and everybody together and eating, you know, Thanksgiving. We know that all that. I know that was a lie, but and then when stuff's going on right now, all these, you know, with protests and everything, especially with our culture, man. You know, it's like happening all over again, man. It's crazy. It's sad.
They actually have us telling us to carry our Native American cards, our travel cards.
Yeah,
because they've been deporting indigenous people.
Yeah, man.
Hey, there's I saw on the news not too long ago that kid.
Mm-hmm.
He was Indian, and they deported him, but he sort of came back, and I forget the guy's name. I literally saw it a couple of days ago.
It's crazy.
That's what they're saying. We have what's called, the term of people, it's called cultural depression. And so, and since, by the way, it's come from India, which is pretty, so we go by indigenous as well. So we're indigenous little man, or Turtle Islanders. So if you look at that at our continent, it looks like a giant turtle. And so back before it was called the United States, it was for Turtle Island.
There you go.
And so it's pretty cool.
I'm from Turtle Island. Where you from? Turtle Island.
And actually, that's what I tell people too. A lot of times, and actually, you know, those scammers that are on Instagram say, "Well, where are you from?" I put Turtle Island. I can't find it. Do your research.
That's cool.
But you know, that's where a lot of that behavior comes from. A lot of that pain. And whenever people figure out that they're indigenous, that pain kind of transfers over to them. And so that's why we're trying to do with the ethnic studies network in Texas. is trying to get the Native American Innovative course passed. It's because it'll actually teach more of the truth what happened.
Yeah.
You know, one of the main things that I always say is, you know, especially whenever it comes to like history and indigenous people, there's a quote from Winston Churchill: "History is written by the victor."
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, it was written by the United States.
Yeah.
It was approved. And so what they're doing is they're facing a problem where they're not able to get the course passed by voted on to approval through the Texas State Board of Education. And so they're facing opposition right now. So that's what that was about.
Yeah, man, I mean, more power to the fight, man, because I know that's gonna be a tough one out there, man. I really do believe like they only give us what they want us to know.
Yeah.
And you have to go dig to find the truth, man. That's what everything.
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate it. That was a little segment there, but we'll be
Yeah, man. That right there, I better come back because that rabbit hole is deep, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's a battle. It's but anyway, so that's why like anytime I meet like somebody from like Mexico or something like that's Latino, I'm like, oh, you guys are indigenous too. They just relabeled y'all.
Yeah, no, man. Exactly. That's what we're doing. I saw someone saying like, man, how can you deport us? What is that? You know, how you deport us? You know, when we're here on stolen land, or you know, something like that, man. But you think about like, man, this was ours, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this was ours.
Sure.
Yeah, so and it's just that thing goes deep, man. That's gonna be for another segment.
That's for a different thing. And honestly, the border moved past everybody.
That's why I think, and that's one of the deals that why, you know, like people like the songwriters, man, the musicians, man, the activists, you know, and like, you go from like Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, Bob Dylan, these songs that they put out, man, was trying to, they saw everything. They might not have known, you know, how far the rabbit hole went, but the music, man, was what they put out was trying to bring people together, man. Like we are the world. Yeah, that song right there, man. I just watched the deal on Netflix again, how they made that song, man. It was everybody, everyone, all the destinies, man, all different musicians. It's like, man, this is music, and that's what music does, man. It's supposed to bring everybody together.
Yeah.
Because one thing you can't hate on, man, is music, man. Good music, man. You're gonna stomp your feet and you're gonna rock your head, man. Everyone is, man. White, black, brown.
For sure.
Everyone's the music the same way.
And then going back to y'all show, I mean, I had everybody jumping around and rocking too. Y'all were giving out merch at y'all show.
Yeah,
I think you gave out too much merch.
Paperwork, man.
Come on, our pocket.
I'm the artist, man. I thought it would be free, but man, but when you're up there, man, the energy. So we go, and I think most artists do this, but man, we go off the energy of the crowd, man. And so when the crowd is up, you know, and the energy's up high, man, you know, great things happen, man. I start guys, Mondo, remember the box of t-shirts, man? What's going on out there, man? Yeah.
You should get a t-shirt cannon.
Yeah, I got some real cool t-shirts, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
I saw them over there at the table too. At the merch table.
Yeah, man.
I was like, man, these are some cool ass shirts.
Yeah,
My mom designed them.
yeah, manager mom, he came up. At first, I was like, nah, because they look like some. They're garbage pail, the garbage pail kids.
Yeah.
And they were like little baby, like kid looking deals. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to, you know. But our other manager, we were in San Antonio doing a show with at the El Hungerton a couple weeks ago, and he had made a mock-up shirt of it, and he wore it up there down there in San Antonio at the show. Man, and he was getting hits on it like crazy. Everyone's like, "Can I get that shirt? Can I get that shirt? Where can I buy it?" And so I was like, "All right, let's go ahead and and we're gonna. They're a limited edition. So if anybody wants a shirt, hit us up.
Well, not if anybody wants a shirt, they've only got a few left. We're not picking them up again.
We posted it, and everybody's been buying them, man.
Yeah.
So we've got a few left.
Hit us up with your size, and if we have it, but we're not printing them up anymore. We have another design to print up. So
that was a limited edition.
Yeah, 2X.
I have to check. I don't know. I think we printed up like I don't know, 50 of them, just to see what they do, and we have down to like 10 maybe left. Within the matter of a couple of weeks, and so I don't know what we have left. They're all mixed up and whatnot. I have to look at them, but I would definitely check. But yeah, send us over your size, and if we have it, it's yours.
And it's kind of crazy how things kind of work in a cycle, right? Because for a while, those were in style. That style was in style, right?
Yeah.
And then it kind of faded away, and nobody liked that style. Now it's like, hey,
Yeah.
I remember that. It's a little nostalgic.
Yeah,
It's like now it starts popping off again.
Stops everything.
That goes for everything. FUBU and Champ and Supreme and Adidas, like all these back in my day, you would get beat up. You got caught in this Champs.
At least getting made fun of.
Yeah, at least get made fun of or whatnot. But
You know the shoe that
brought it back out.
that really got me right now? That I was tripping out on. I went to Champs to go. I went to Champs to go buy my wife some shoes for Valentine's. Those Nike Vomero, the pink one that had the little hearts on them.
Yeah.
And there were some. What's it? It wasn't New Balance. Was it New Balance? I think it was New Balance. New Balance shoes, man. And they used to sell those things at a store called Payless back in the day, man. Like where like where we grew up, man, we didn't have that much money, and our parents were like, our shoes came from Payless, man. And those shoes were there, and they were like cheap, $10, $15. Now I saw the price tag on these shoes at Champ, man. They were $180, man. And I told the lady, I said, man, these shoes, you would get made fun of if you wore them in school. You know, they would make fun of you because of them, man. And now people are paying almost $200 just to wear them because it's what's in right now. It's wild how things just turn around, man.
Yeah, and it's just like that. It's like it's a cycle. It's just like I've noticed that even about about movies too. And that's one of the first ones that I noticed it was in that film because it's like westerns were big back in the day, and now they're making a comeback, and so that's why indigenous stories down.
Well, you can't have a western movie without indigenous people, man.
Yeah, of course.
And when I think western, man, like everybody thinks Wild Earth and like the Wild West, man, but you can't have Wild West without having indigenous people, man. And like
having Geronimo.
Yeah, man, Geronimo, man. You know what I mean? Like dancing, like my favorite was like Dancing with Wolves, but I don't know how much of that stuff is real, if they really told the true story, but man, it was entertaining. This Yellowstone show. Man, when Yellowstone came out, it made everybody, people who had no part, everybody bought boots, everybody bought hats, man. Like, man, and you could tell, I'll tell you right now, we go out to Fort Worth a lot and do promotions out these clubs and bars, and I always tell the guys, I said, man, look, that's the Yellowstone TikTok cowboys right there, man. Like, what are you wearing, man? They were. I don't know, man. It's just crazy how people. But man, Western everything, man. I'm all what's that movie with the Doc Holliday and Tombstone, man? Man. Well, Tombstone.
Country, Four Country was cool.
Oh yeah, it is. I like Tombstone too. Actually, that's my most favorite movie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna make sure that it's not because there we go.
Hey, shout out to my mom. I think she's tuned in right now. What's up, mom?
There we go.
All the way to Houston, Texas.
Hey, Mom. Bitch, you can
Yeah.
Big time Texas.
That's awesome. I think I went down there for Mo season 2. I was in episode 1.
And what is that, dude? My wife would watch that show on I don't know if she's on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
Bro, she was watching this show, and she was watching late at night, man. And I heard the rapper from Houston Zero was on there. I heard his song. I was like, what are you listening to watching? She goes, it's a show called Mo. And I was like, what? I said, but I was tripping out because it had Zero's music in there, and it had like a lot of Houston artist music in there. And I was like, what kind of show is it? She's like, it's about this guy, I guess he's Middle Eastern guy.
Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
And so it's loosely based on his life.
Okay.
As a immigrant in the United States, and political immigrant.
Yeah.
And so and asylum. So it kind of brings up some of the stuff that they go through whenever they first come here, as well as some of the opposition that they face. And so that's what he made it off of. And in season 2, or at the end of season 1, he gets stuck in Mexico.
Yeah, bro. I think my wife stopped right there. There was no streets ever now.
And so season 2's already out.
Yeah.
I'm in episode 1.
Okay.
You have to look for me and be like, hey, where's Little Dog?
Man, I'm about to go watch the show now, man. That's wild because, like I said, it has a lot of good music in there, and I haven't got into the show, but my wife, she loves it, man. So you're in the first episode of season 2?
Yes, first episode of season 2. And
man, I'm gonna go check it out now. Hey, mom, love you. Man, I'm supposed to go down this weekend, man, but I'm supposed to call you mom, take it.
Right.
I did a what do you call it? The independent film, short film, filmed by my boy Troy Hicks out of Dallas. Shout out to Troy Hicks if you ever sees this. It's called Free Rider. It's on Prime, Amazon Prime. It's on YouTube something, and it won a couple of awards on the short circuit of film festivals. He got some awards and whatnot, and the name Troy Hicks, man, that's called Free Rider. We shot at his house.
In my living room.
that scene,
that part.
Scene,
Okay.
Pretty cool, man. So, man, we're sitting right here with the movie star, man.
yeah, bro.
That's cool, man.
I have a couple of other films that I'm going to be in a little bit later on this year.
Nice.
And so it's been moving kind of fast. I did a little bit of modeling jobs. I did a training video and modeled out for Apple before.
Oh, no way.
And so it all started, like I said, 2 years ago with Basker. He was the one that I didn't want to do. And because I was helping my friend with building a roofing company.
Yeah.
And so my focus was there because I spent, I forgot how many years total. It's been over 16 years. I've been in the roofing industry where I learned to install first. However, what I like to do is work with, the business side, the engineering side, the restoration side.
Yeah.
And so, I battle against those companies and all that. I've been doing that for a very long time. And so I was helping him set it up with this company. And that year we were at a powwow and was putting together birdhouses for kids.
Yeah, nice.
And Audrey Young, who's an actress, she came up and she said, "Hey, they need more indigenous looking people for they need indigenous people, but you gotta look indigenous." And so she's like, "But they'd really like to have you on." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And Amy, she's like, "Oh, I want to do it." And I was like, "Go ahead." And she's like, "But I don't want to do it alone." Audrey will be there. That's what I told her. I said, Audrey will be there. And you already met her. Yeah. And so it took a few days, and finally I was like, "Okay, fine, I'll go ahead and do it." And that's whenever, like I said, I got the acting bug off of that one. Did 3 days in Stephenville. Did 3 days in Stephenville, another day in Strong, and then 2 days in Waxahachie. And then after that, I signed up with I was signed up for Legacy Casting, and Legacy Casting is actually responsible for putting me in a bunch of these different roles.
Nice.
And so ever since then, after that, I started just getting picked one after another.
Yeah,
And then I started learning more about the industry, trying to understand what to do right. And so now I'm doing this right here. This actually gives me a lot of exposure. The podcast keeps me in front of people, which is part of the process. However, the other part is acting classes, which is something I'm trying to afford. So, the more jobs I get, the more I can afford to do things. And I want to do acting. I do want to do acting classes because I think it's gonna advance me further. Because even though I've done all of this for sales and all that, and able to switch into different characters and roles, it still doesn't give me the training. Because they want to see you follow the process. And it does take money to be an actor, just like it takes money to be in music. You guys got to cover your own tours, right? I've heard that part.
Man, we started out, dude. You got to come out.
Once you build buzz and people actually want you at their facility or the venue or whatnot, then they start coming up with budgets and whatnot. But in the beginning, you're fronting your own way to get to all these venues and staying at. If we're going out of town, the hotels and whatnot, and food and but you have to get your name out there. I mean, it's the only way if it's the footwork. You have to go out there and grind. But I mean, it all pay off, and that's what we believe, and it's starting to pay off, and we're getting more paid gigs now. And like I said, we're still at the bottom, man. We're still at the beginning of this whole journey that me and my brother are taking. But it's starting to pay off.
I think it'll
Getting bigger.
I think that's the cool part about it, man. It's like that's the fun part, you know, just like that how we do it with us and everybody who rolls with SouthBound Twin, man. Like everyone pitches in, from the manager, from our managers, and us. If we got to get a hotel, like cool, we're splitting it these many ways. We got to get this, all right, cool, we're splitting this, and our managers, you know, they're all in with us. So it's not me and Joe are not only SouthBound Twin, it's everybody, and we're all SouthBound Twin, and so we all put in, man, and we all stay. You know, we try to get decent hotels, man. You know, but you know, we go to some place. Sometimes it's just like it's not in the budget, man. So we make do what we can. But it's a cool part. We all stay together, man. Sometimes they bring up, you know, somebody got sleep on the couch, or you know, sometimes we have to share a bed. You know, we rather share a bed than have our both our members share a bed. You know, and we stay in the same room together, so it's easier that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the fun part, man.
Yeah.
That's the fun, and it's paying your dues, man. There's gonna be shows that you're not gonna get paid for. There's gonna be shows that you're gonna have to come out of pocket for. You're gonna have to work overtime at your regular job just to pay for it. But man, that's the process, man. That's the fun part.
It's part of your success story.
Man, that's gonna be part of the success story, man. We come back to do the podcast again, man. When we made it, man. Then we'll talk about it again, man. Make sure you say this and be in the back of the B-reels, man.
Sure, it's gonna go on YouTube, and actually, who knows? By then, maybe I may actually have everything set up, because the whole idea behind this is, and it's been an idea that's been pushed forward, and you know that I've been working on, and I'm talking to certain circles about getting it going. Is turning it into a full production of Texas's First Lady.
Oh, man, that'd be cool.
And so I'd be like, we can actually build up.
Yeah, but that's like right on that. Matthew McConaughey and them, they just got that bill passed to bring like Hollywood here, pretty much, man. So, I mean, Texas there's about to be a big shift in artistry, a big shift in like music, acting, the whole performance arts, man. It's gonna be a big shift here in Texas. Like you don't have to go to California anymore to follow your, to make it big. It's gonna be here. You don't have to go to Atlanta to go hit the big record labels, or up north. It's gonna be here in Texas. Texas is gonna put on now, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm for it, but the taxes, man. Like I feel sorry for everybody in Austin area, because they're going to come out. The taxes, man.
Oh yeah, they've been building a big old studio over there.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
And not only that,
More
there's like the one highway that goes through Austin.
Oh my gosh, bro.
It's already a
We
nightmare.
went to that highway. I don't know how we missed it somewhere, because we had it on GPS out in Mondo. Man, he was driving us up there, and or driving us back, and we had to go through Austin. It's like, man, please take that that toll road, go around. And we thought we were all up, and we saw him take the toll road, but and then we closed our eyes, we opened our eyes, and we're stuck in the middle of Austin, like, what the heck just happened, man? We were on the toll road. We didn't know how we got off of it, man. But dude, when you go to Austin, man, that's the worst.
It's like the longest part of the trip to Austin is Austin.
Yeah, dude.
The longest part to the trip to San Antonio is Austin.
It's Austin, man.
It's it can be random too. That was one time I was passing at night, and it was backed up, and I'm like, what the heck? And then one morning I went over to I was on set for Walker, and I was there for a couple of days. And the first day, whenever I called time, I went through there, piece of cake. I was like, I left too early, And so the next day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a little sleep. I'm gonna relax a little bit, and then head out. And so I did that. Next thing I know, I'm 15 minutes late, and I still left almost like 45 minutes early.
Hey, what happens whenever you're late to like sets like that?
You gotta let them know. You gotta let the person that you're meeting up with know, hey, I'm running late. I didn't, I left 45 minutes early, but it says I'm gonna be 15 minutes late.
I'm going back.
Yeah, I think last time, the first day, I left like an hour and a half, and it's 2 hours early. And I got there like nothing. And I was just sitting there just waiting for everything to happen.
But do they ever get to the point like where they just like, you know what, hey, next, hey, let's get somebody else here to do it?
Yeah, you don't want to do it consistently, because what that does is that puts a bad taste in Cassidy's mouth.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, let's not call them because they're constantly late.
Yeah.
So I always got to make sure and account for time. And so what I started doing is whenever I get up, I check the traffic. I keep checking the traffic. I keep checking the traffic. And then what I've learned in Austin is that it can change from a 15-minute difference to an hour and a half difference in like 5 minutes.
Quick.
And so I just made a point that from now on, I'm leaving an hour and a half early.
Yeah, man. That's why I can't wait till they build that train that goes from Dallas. That's supposed to go from Dallas to Houston like an hour.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's gonna work wonders, especially if you got to go to Austin.
It was crazy. Is that the train cost so much too? It costs about the same amount as a plane ticket. It's definitely a lot stiffer.
A lot stiffer.
I
I don't know, man. They said that thing's supposed to go like almost 200 miles an hour or something, or over 100 something miles an hour.
Like a bullet train.
Yeah, a bullet train, dude. Like, and I watched that movie too, man. I'm like, man, I don't be on no train because I think I'd rather be in the sky, man. Hopefully catch some water on the way down.
But those have been in the news here lately too.
Or the
Planes, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a little scary. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the old days with the horse and buggy, man.
If you wouldn't mind, can you go under and grab me the charger for the laptop? It's getting kind of. I apologize about that. Usually I have everything set up and plugged in and everything.
Yeah, no, it's a new location for you, right?
Yeah.
I
I haven't really been over here that often, and so whenever I set up right against that wall. Yeah, but there was nothing else in here. And so, I came over this way to try to. I even came here early too. I was just trying to get everything going, and then I kind of realized I started forgetting things, and I even forgot my laptop at the house. I guess. And,
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah.
We appreciate you having us on, man.
Man, I really appreciate you guys coming in. I just think it's and then that can go to the stitching table a little bit. Oh yeah, that's fine too. And so, but these are things that I've been making advancements on, and I say, if at least every single episode I'm 10% better, then that's progress, And even like, I had DJ King on a while back, and he was actually probably like the first one that was a well-known name that I had on. And during the time that he was on, there was a big old thunderstorm going on.
No way.
And I had disconnected my camera from the Wi-Fi because it's really unstable where we're at whenever it gets stormy. And so whenever I did that, not so long after, it sounded like a shotgun, and the power just completely went out.
Oh, man.
And so I was sitting there doing my podcast in the dark.
Oh, man.
I turned the laptop on, and I was like, I'm using the laptop for lights.
Yeah.
The show never, the show goes on.
It's got to keep going.
Gotta keep going, man.
And so that's what I kept doing. Has something like that ever happened to you guys at a show, power go out or anything like that?
I don't think so. Not that I can recall.
I think we had like speakers. We did a show that has like the speakers the speakers that blown out.
Yeah, blowing out speakers and whatnot.
But
nothing big.
the show goes on, but you still hear it, but it sounds like really crap.
And then I remember there was a little bit of stuff over where I live where some stuff kind of went a little bit wrong over there. I think some of the speakers weren't all the way on, right, Jake?
Yeah,
Like the front speakers weren't on.
man.
I didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, man. Like that's another podcast. Yeah, that's another segment. But
It was just something that had to be addressed, had to be fixed.
it was just a wire. They were missing a
Just
wire.
cable, man.
It could have escaped. I mean, the sound sounded good,
Yeah, it sounded
but the speakers were on in the very back. the front speakers, they weren't on. And so we just like, hey man, let's just turn them all on.
So the whole area was dead.
They were missing a wire, and so one of the other I think DJ Panic found he had a wire in his car. He brought it in, hooked him up, and it was good to go. But I mean, the speakers sounded good in the back, but people who were up front, they were they couldn't hear them. They were trying to listen from the back, so it was kind of off, man.
I was up by you guys, so it sounded great where I was at.
Okay, that's one of the things, man. As a performer, not everything's not. I mean, so many variables, but not everything's gonna be on point. But the sound, like at least the sound, at least that sound be on point, man. Because that's. But we go off that energy too, man. Like we're up there performing, the sound is not hitting. And man, it kind of brings us down, like here, like
The energy comes down.
Yeah, bro. So,
hey, that kind of happens to me too sometimes, especially on the podcast, because especially the beginning.
Yeah.
Whenever I first started off, I'm like, oh my gosh, everything's got to be perfect.
Yeah,
And it was something that was brand new to me, and I was like, hey, it's something that I helped create, And so for me, whenever things would go wrong, it would really affect me, and I'm just like, I'm trying to maintain a happy, positive attitude. I'm just like, anyways, next.
like when I'm up there, I don't care. I don't care about if I miss my lyrics, if I forget what song I'm on, man. As long as I'm having a good time, I got to keep the energy going. Because I'll forget my lyrics, man, or I forget, like sometimes I forget what song I'm trying to perform. Sometimes, but man, as long as you keep that energy going, man, and you give everyone a great show, and you perform it 100%, bro.
So are you saying you carry?
Yeah. Right.
So
I'm on board.
Nice. So, what do you do whenever that happens? Like, how do you get yourself back into the mindset?
Give one
back on track.
Quick kick to the butt.
That's what got you.
No, I kind of just real quickly put the mic down. I yell out to them, hey, well, here's the next song. In case you, because I mean, sometimes we have the paper down on the bottom, whatnot, but we don't have it all the time. And then the set list and whatnot. So we're a lot of these times, DJs that we go to these shows and we try to give them the music during the day to go do a sound check. But a lot of times there's no sound check. A sound check to a lot of these people are just, hey, just give me your music, and they'll play the music and it's loud enough. All right, cool, that's it. But it's no real sound check. So they don't know the set list. They don't know. And so I'm over there putting everything in order and whatnot. And so I'm having to let the DJ know, all right, here's the next song. Because in my head, I don't think he knows what the next song is. And because we never went through it together, go through the show together. And so I'm telling the DJ, I'm telling him, like, hey, this is the next song. Hey, this is the next song. This is that. But it happens. And then again, when you get on stage and you start performing, it's just, you're so caught up in having fun and so caught up in the moment of whatever song, the lyric you're doing. I totally forget. I forget everything. Sometimes I forget the next song, hardly ever, but I do forget the song, the next song going down. But yeah, it's all part of the business, man.
I'll tell you a funny story, man. Not so long ago, we went down to Corpus Christi to do a show, and we were, and this is a show we're about to go back out there in a couple of weeks. It's going to be in Corpus Christi at the same place, man.
July 19th.
July 19th, we're going to be at the Packard Bar and Grill in Corpus Christi, man.
Shout out to Salty Days.
Salty Days, Sean Becker, the whole team. Man, we were out there, and the owner of the bar, man, before we performed, they were bringing us shots, beer, buckets of beer.
No one but us.
Yeah, and Sean Maker and his whole team were there.
He already knew.
He already knew. He man, hey, Sean didn't even warn us that he's nothing. But Sean was off to the side. He was in a different part of the place, and it's before he came out. And so we were getting ready to go perform, but we were standing to the side of the stage. And the owner of the bar was bringing us shots, man. And we had got lit, man. We were lit. And then we looked at each other and said, bro, I'm gone, bro. I'm feeling it. He's like, me too. I said, well, we gotta stop. So they were bringing the shot juice and some of the shots, bro. I was like, I was throwing to the side, man. But anyway, we get on the stage, we perform, we have a great time. I'm buzzing, and then even when we got on the stage, people who were there listening, they came and they were bringing us drinks and bringing us buckets, man. So we were taking shots with everybody. But then at the end of the show, on Sean Mecca's set, we got a song with him that he's part of a song that we do, and we get up there and start performing. When we were performing, we had wireless mics, but when Sean got up there, it was three of us now, and so I ended up having the mic with the cord on it. And dude, I remember, I don't know if it was right before my part or right after my part, I go to lift the mic up, and my foot steps on the cord, and so the mic rips out of my hand, and all you hear is real loud, boom. And I look up and I look at Sean. Sean Mega starts laughing. I start laughing. Dude, I'm buzzing, dude. I started laughing, and I don't know if you realize it or not that I just dropped the microphone and I pick it up, kind of trying to be cool and casual. I picked it up casually and walked it back over to the DJ. I said, "Here, man, I don't need that mic no more." But man, dude, we're having fun. We're having fun, dude. That's all it's about, man.
That's awesome.
That won't happen again.
I doubt it.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you know, what's cool is that a lot of the fans that are following us now and always hitting us up saying, "Where's the next show at?" It never fails that, and it's cool. It never fails because every show we go to, as soon as we get on stage, buckets start rushing up to the stage to us.
Yeah.
Shots start running to the stage to us. I mean, people are just bringing us left and right. The whole set, and I'm of course we're up there, we're two big guys, man. I'm sweating. I'm thirsty. I'm every song, every bar when I'm throwing them back or whatnot, but. It's cool because, man, these fans know who we are, what we're about, and we're out there to party, out there to have fun, and they're a part of it as well. And I don't even like calling them fans, man. Anyone who follows us and who rocks with us, it's like family to me because when we go back to these cities and go back to these shows and these bars that we've already played, and they're there, I mean, it's not like they're meeting us for the first time. It's like where their kids or their cousins or their brothers and sisters, and I mean, it's straight hugs, like I'm hugging my brother, hugging my sister. And so I call them they're our family, bro. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. They're not our fans. They're family now, man. They know us. They know what we're about. They follow us. We follow them. And so when we see each other, man, it's a big old party again. A big old Mexican party or whatever. It's just another big old party again, man. It's pretty dope.
That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah.
And it's also to see them as fans as family, you know?
Yeah.
Because without them, you know, we wouldn't really be anywhere, right?
Nowhere, man.
And so they're the ones that keep us in demand. And
Definitely.
So it's definitely something to keep them involved and keep them happy.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think the whole ritual of people who bring drinks up to the performers. It's like their little way of being part of the show too, man. It's just a deal, especially country music. You don't really see that a lot in rap concerts and rap, but more like country music or live band type stuff, man. You don't see that going on. It's just a way you're engaging and locking in with the listeners and people out there who came to see you.
Because they want us to know that they're following us.
Hey, we're here.
And we see them. Hey, so if y'all watching us, we know y'all following us. Hey, even if we're not able to talk to every single one of y'all, we know you're out there. We love that you come to our shows and whatnot. Hey, thank you so much for following us and rocking with us. And we can, man. I think that's why he gives away so much free merch. He'd be throwing that to everybody, getting so excited and throwing out 20 shirts and 20 towels.
There's been some the coolest deal. The coolest thing, man, is at the first time that we had someone who came out to see us. And we got off the stage, and we were signing autographs, signing posters. They would take posters with us, and we were signing posters, and they're taking a bunch, man. They come and take a bunch of pictures, man. And we love it, man. And I always ask, hey, man, hey, did you come? Hey, whoever the headliner is, man, always ask, hey, did you come out to see them? Are you ready for them to come out? And we had people. Like this couple says, No, man. We drove like 2.5 hours. My wife said, y'all were going to be here. And she said, we packed our stuff and we hauled Blood Band to come over here to see y'all. We got a room over here. And man, it was like so surreal, but it was all blown away, man, that they came to see us, and so we get that a lot now, man. It's just cool, bro. Like, so it's like that little snowball is,
Yeah, we love it, man.
it's all coming together.
That's
Man.
awesome.
We love it.
This is actually something I asked you guys a little bit earlier too. He said, wait, wrong one. Said, out of curiosity, can you do an unplugged sample of your music? We'll do that a little bit later. And actually, what I want to do is I would like to, if you guys wanted to do do that a little bit later on, is whenever I get everything set up, we can go ahead and record it on the camcorder, and I'll bring the mics and stuff together. So with that, we can do a little production with you guys, just doing a little stuff.
Yeah, Joe plays, he plays a little flute, man, so I'm going to tell him bring
Did he give us the flute solo?
Yeah, he can, ensemble.
He was called to the flute back in middle school.
I did play trumpet, though, man.
Oh, yeah?
We both played trumpet and percussion.
I was like, like in high school, they had like first seat, second seat, third seat, like in the school I went to. So like, I don't know what the deal was with the seats. I don't know. I guess you're the best, you get the first seat, but anyway, I was in the last seat, man. You know what I'm saying? Needless to say, I was in the last seat, man.
I was the first seat.
But dude, I played trumpet, dude. But the thing I hated about the trumpet, man, is the I don't know if it's your breath or the conversation. You gotta hit that little deal and you have to blow out like spit.
I bet you what it was. Conversations.
Yeah. The office. Yeah, dude, like I hated that because you have to like different 40 minutes aside, hit that little deal and and I don't know if it's kind of saying, I don't think it might be spill. I don't know what it is, bro. But it all leaks out. Dude. I didn't like that.
That's a spit, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That might be my spill too.
Yeah,
But I did play trumpet though, man.
that's pretty cool. So y'all could have done some style music too.
Oh, yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
A little ska.
Yeah. No, but he's pretty cool on the foot, though, man.
That's cool. You never played the flute in my life.
Never played the flute.
Yeah, but now, man, we definitely have to be back to do that, man. To do some unplugged, man. That'd be cool.
Maybe bring the whole band out here.
Hey, that'd be cool, yeah.
At least the guitars and maybe at the horn, play the drum, like a dope.
Hey, that would be cool. Probably get a little ones up there, get a little crowd, and just be like, hey, you're alive.
Dude, we need to do something when you see some of your karaoke songs, man. That's what I want to hear.
Probably going out tomorrow to do karaoke. We'll go to this little place called the Hideout in Northwest Hills.
Okay.
Hideout.
Yeah, okay.
And
It's
so,
Thursday night, right?
yeah, it's in there. It's
Cool, man.
I'm not sure if you can tell everyone, but we might be going. I get nervous, like I say. I'm told that I sound good singing, but to me, I really don't. Like for me, it sounds like I'm talking really loud right now. And most of the time, especially whenever I sing, and I get told by a lot of people, I can't hear you. And I'm like, okay, well, to me, it sounds like I'm shouting.
Right.
So you know what that is, man. And so I own a production company, and I've been in the audio engineering industry for about 16 years now. I travel. I go to Chicago Friday to go do a show at the Convention Center in Chicago, downtown Chicago. Mm-hmm. I travel all across the country doing audio and LED walls. The main thing about being an audio engineer, front of house engineer, it's not your job to be loud as an artist. You're not supposed to scream on this mic. The mic is supposed to pick up your voice and carry it out. The front of house engineer, if he's good at what he does, he's going to adjust the volume and ride that fader on all your low parts, all your high parts, bring it down, the low parts, bring it up. He's supposed to be adjusting that fader on your mic as you're singing. And if he's not doing that, and most time in karaoke, they don't really have a front of house guy. They just turn the mic on, turn up a little bit of volume, don't blow my speakers, and so your volume's always down low. So, but an actual front of house engineer, when you actually on stage performing, should be riding your fader, and so you shouldn't have that problem. I was wondering if people can hear you or whatnot, especially if you have a monitor in front of you. you should, as long as you hear it yourself, the front of house, the people, the crowd, the front of house guys should, that's his job to make sure they can hear you. And so sometimes it feels like that. That's why they have in-ear monitors or whatnot, so you can actually hear yourself inside your head, inside your ear. And so it's like up close and personal. And so you're more on point with the song, you're more on point with the tune, and it's right there. So you don't have to worry, am I too low or too low?
Listen, next time you do karaoke, man, buy you some in-ears. Go there like, man, I'm a professional karaoke singer, dude.
I'll do what I can. The only thing is that when I hear myself on the speakers, so I can hear myself.
Yeah.
The only problem is that when I hear myself, I lower my own volume. So see, that's where I messed it up. Because I'm like, I'm too loud. So it's not his fault. It's my fault. I get a little self-conscious.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
And so I'm still working my way out of it. You know, I do have, I can hit some pretty high notes as well. And I can hit some pretty low notes. But I do it a lot better whenever, you know, very small setting or like the bathroom.
Yeah, we know what's there, right?
Yeah, when it was there. I'm like, man, that sounds awesome.
No one's watching.
Man, my deal is when I'm on the stage and it's a you know, for people I've never met, I'm comfortable. Like I'm in my element.
Yeah.
Where I get the most nervous is if I have to like sing like in front of like family, like a close family and friends, or like people who know me.
Because those are gonna be the ones that
people say like, man, nah, that's trash, dude.
That's trash, bro. They hit.
You didn't hit that note right there. You know, when you're performing on the stage, man, whether you mess up on, man, there's a band that I watch, man, and I don't forgot the name of the band, but this guy, he's like, man, when we perform. Whether we're live 100%, man, and there's if we mess up, we mess up, or start like there's been times they'll start the song over, or they're like, you know, they laugh at it, man, and to where some people are kind of real like, bro, ain't no about it, bro. They're like, man, you know, but man, these people are so cool about it. The band, I forgot the band name, but they're so cool about it that the energy goes up even more because the band, that's real deal, like, and they're having a good time and they're laughing. It's just a one big, like you said, by the fire, dude, having a good time, man. So so when I'm up there, it's like I don't. You want to be on point. This is you know what you do, but man, at the end of the day, I always tell these guys, man, if you're not having fun, man, you know, I don't want no part of it. If I'm up there, my best up, dude, I'm gonna laugh about it, man. It's like.
Hey, but if you ever want to know how bad you are at singing, definitely go to sing out in front of your family members. They're definitely gonna let you know. They're gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you the truth.
You know, whenever I did find out, that's why I carry a kind of mastery, because the more I drink, the more comfortable I feel. It doesn't matter as much. But just not too sloppy.
Well, no, you have to get that right in between. To where you're just enough feeling good, but not too much feeling good, to where you forget everything, forget words. Yeah, you got to hit that right spot, and we tend to kind of overshoot that spot.
Sometimes, especially that one time, of course, but dude, like there's that little sweet spot that he was saying. There's sometimes like I can hit some notes that I like. Damn, dude, I can't hit these notes when I'm sober. I can hit the notes when I'm 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, or at least I think I'm hitting the notes. I might be.
Because even whenever I do it, like, because I'll do like in the shower, it's not really karaoke. You know, singing with the singer, and so I can match tones really well. I've matched tones with John Bon Jovi. I've hit some of the songs along with it was very hard. Sometimes if I don't warm up properly, I lose my voice afterwards.
How do you warm
up? For me, I do a little bit more like I gotta loosen up right here because it's like 10 seconds. And so I'll do like, and then I'll kind of elevate my voice to go down, and then I'll try to hit some of the higher notes, and then other times I try to hit the really low notes.
Yeah.
So kind of like elevating, you know. Yeah. And so I'll do high and I'll do low. And so sometimes, like, I know that a long time ago, now I haven't been able to do this in a while, but I used to listen to Mr. Cohen. He did that one song, Angel Baby, with the original, with the originals, was in the originals. And at one point, a couple of times, I hit her high note on that song, and that was really, really hard. But you know, now if I try it, my voice out.
Our manager Mondo, he be in the shower, man. He be hitting that Mariah Carey note.
And then the other vocalist I like to try to match with is Bob Allo, like him. You know, 2000, early 2000s, that Vampire Love Ballad stuff. Yeah, he would hit those, you know, those where he would get down really low and then come up high, and then it would be like all within the same, just the same part. And it's like, you know, that's something that I like. For me, whenever I like whenever they do their vocals, you know, like the elevator in there, and so the vocals is the melody, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like another guy that does it is I can't remember his your name, but Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah.
He does that a lot too.
Yeah.
And so
You know, the biggest thing, man, when you're doing karaoke or whatnot, one, of course, having fun, but if you're actually trying to be serious about singing, you got it's song selection. Song selection is the biggest thing. You got to pick songs that are in your range. One, you have to know your range.
yeah,
Even though the song is super dope, everybody wants to hear it. You want to be the one to sing it to everybody, but it might not be in your range. Well, if you're okay with just murdering the song or whatnot, then go ahead and do it. But if you're really trying to sing or whatnot, pick a song that are in your range, and knowing your range is the biggest key. I mean, there's a lot of songs that we want to cover as well, and I'm like, unless we actually get our band to actually do a full cover in our range or whatnot, then we try to stay away from those type of songs.
I mean, but don't ever be afraid to do a song that's out of your range, baby. If you think you can get it, you know, you won't ever know what you try, man. So, man, shoot for the stars and I won't do that.
and whenever I'm not on stage, because like whenever I do it by myself without somebody else's vocals there, you know, then it's like I got to try to remember what it felt like to hit those notes. And so like again, I can match harmony with like Frankie J. I like matching harmony with him. Yeah, but whenever I try to do it myself, I found that out. I can't do that.
I'm like the opposite, dude. Because I'll start singing some songs. I was like, man, they look like, you know, artists that are been out there, man, and popular. Man, the way I sing it, man, that's the way they should have sung it in the first place. You know what I mean? Like, I'm hitting the notes I think they should be hitting. You know, but
They did a whole rearrangement of the song. It's how it should be the song.
it doesn't sound like nowhere near the song, man.
It's like those ones how it should have ended.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
But anyways, man, Jose just said that if you guys want to network, you know, go ahead and hit him up. This guy put his daughter to bed. So appreciate you watching, Jose.
Hey, Jose, appreciate it.
I get ready for about a month to bed.
It's turned into a pumpkin over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
But anyways, I appreciate you guys coming in.
No, definitely.
You know,
Appreciate you having us.
It's been super fun, and it's great talking to you guys. Y'all are right.
Yeah. All right.
And so I definitely do want to get you guys back on, and especially whenever I start getting these progress more towards like late night style, you know, we'll bring especially then we'll do another one where we do like a full quality live performance at the end. But before then, let's not wait that long, and we'll do it on version for you guys.
Yeah.
And that way, what we'll do is we won't live stream that one.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about whether or not we'll go live, but for sure we'll record it so that we got some great audio,
Yeah.
and then we can put that out. And maybe I can talk to a couple of different people I know, maybe a little bit new, so we'll take this that way and get you guys something. We'll hear that way, okay?
Sounds good, man. Let us know.
All right.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, y'all be sure to check out the man, Texas Thing new single coming out, feature your Texas legend, Dallas legend, Big Tuck. Man, it's a fun. This one on here was a fun one, man. So y'all check it out. Music video June 22nd. If you're we need big trucks, lifted trucks,
Can-Ams.
Can-Ams, side by sides. But y'all come out, hit us up, message us, and we'll give you the secret location. Man, little dog, we appreciate you, man, for having us out here, man. It's just been a pleasure.
For sure. Appreciate you guys. I mean, I when I started this podcast, I never thought it would be where it's at now.
That's cool, man.
And it keeps growing.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks to cool guys like you guys. Chris is someone that invited me out.
Chris, man.
Even though I knew DJ Trade, it was Chris Detroit that invited me. So
Yeah.
shout out to Chris Detroit.
What's up, Chris Detroit?
And then check out the Cowboy Cumbia tour. Keep up with it.
July
4th. July 4th, man. July 4th, we're going to be at
South Padre
Holly. Cowboy Cumbia tour, man. That lineup on that show is crazy, man.
Crazy.
If you're out there or near the 956, anybody down south, y'all come out July 4th.
The Cameron County Amphitheater.
Yeah, Cameron County. Yeah, y'all check us out. July 4th, July 19th, man. We're gonna be Corpus Christi, man. Patrick Bar and Grill. The what they call it? The
Salty Days Fest.
Yeah, Salty Days Fest, man. Shout out to Salty Days, man. Sean Macon, the boys. Y'all be sure to check us out there, man. We love
We
y'all.
got Cali, Pecos, Texas coming up and whatnot. Just keep following us and keep loving on us, and we're gonna keep doing our best to give you some great music and have a good time out there.
Where do y'all post your shows to? So
Our Facebook, we're mainly post everything at
Everything's at SouthBound Twin.
SouthBound Twin.
Yeah, SouthBound Twin.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at SouthBound Twin.
Yeah. Hey, we're about to do a little rearrangement, man, but we're switching over the Facebook, so y'all be on the lookout. We're gonna let everybody know.
Going from a profile to an actual music page.
Yeah.
And we're gonna post a flyer and whatnot, and whoever wants to follow us, you can jump on board on that one. But like I said, from profile to an actual music page, and we want to try to get everyone switched over to that, and then do away with that profile.
all right. Appreciate you guys all for watching. Tune in again next week. Some more guests coming in. All right. So get to Kamatin till we meet again. Y'all take care.